All right.
This meeting is being recorded.
Yes, we love the echo. That happened last time too. That's awesome.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the return of Don't Be a Dick podcast. I'm here with my man Big Worm.
Season 2.
Season 2 is correct. Season 1 was fun, and actually, people they loved it. They loved it. That was garage time. Now you're in the basement.
It's cold out, man. We
I
move
dig
around.
it. There's
You know,
no need to waste heat.
No, and screen house life right yo is it's cold out. It was burning some brush earlier. It was out back, but did some cooking. This today's cooking was an adventure. Ran out of propane mid trying to like makeshift fries on the side burner of the grill. It was a trip.
Now, I don't. This is awesome. I used to work at the gas station on Route 20, the corner, and they had that giant propane tank, and it was also full serve. So there was 8 gas pumps.
Yep.
So we're talking about July 4th, and I'm running back and forth like a madman because there's a line of dudes that happened to.
Yep.
You know, at first it was aggravating, but it's like, you know, maybe you don't have the scale to know when it's going to run out. You really don't. How do you know when propane's going to go? It just goes.
A lot of the new grills have the scale stuff like that, but it's like, all right, so you're looking at that every single time before you cook? No. Like eventually you run out and switch out tanks or go get a tank or do whatever you got to do. But
It was also before Blue Rhino, which is basically,
Swap
it doesn't
tanks
matter really when you run out. Is that what you did?
well, I had another tank, so it was a swap, but the oil
That's-
gets dropped
That's what
down.
I'm talking about. The dudes that come on July 4th, they should have a backup tank ready or fill it anyway or whatever. That's what I was yelling as I was running from every pump to pump gas.
I
That
feel
thing
like
was-
if you're serious about grilling and you're doing some propane stuff, you need at least a couple of them. We've got
That
a
is
ladder.
awesome. I dig it. I dig it. So, you know, the preface of this show is themes of just scenes of not being a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
We're here to like, you know, I mean, shed a little light, have a little fun, and tell people to don't be a dick. So
and-
we back.
A great topic you came up with there, the holidays.
Welcome to Christmas, man, where everybody's like, let's hang up the lights and fight about it. Let's put up the Christmas
Yeah,
tree and fight about it. Let's go Christmas shopping and fight about it.
Yep. Yep.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
How many people go Christmas shopping? Like, how many people wait to go Christmas shopping until now? When you know, when you know you get there, everybody else waited too.
I
And then
guess.
you're mad.
How many people? I mean, if people are out in general, I guess, and not doing it online, I mean, you got to plan. That's how you get stuff cheaper anyway. But now you're gonna clog up the post office like every year. Things gonna be missing, whatever. You're gonna see the Amazon guys kicking boxes. I mean,
Honestly, I think the most pissed off people in the world are the Amazon guys. So like,
they can't do it.
I'm
Now there's a
gonna-
competition.
I'm actually gonna put up a door. Well, so on one of my doors, I have a camera. I'm gonna put one on the front door because we have a sign up that says, "Don't leave boxes here. Use side door."
Yeah.
So like once a week, that signs on the ground, and I don't know if they come up and then actually like tearing it down. Like, no, I'm leaving it here, or if it's the wind or who knows. I gotta feel like somebody comes up and tears it down because like it's a sign.
Yeah.
It ain't just falling off.
We can do
So-
that every week, like show the Amazon guy meltdown of the week. I mean, it's awesome. Some of them, the punt is my favorite. When they literally punt the package because they're
Yes.
mad or whatever. Then you got, yeah, the one I seen the other day, the guy opened the garage and a chicken came running out, a live chicken. They must have had cages in the garage or whatever. And he
Yep.
couldn't get the chicken to stay in. It was crazy. But he opened the garage door and it was a surprise. He didn't melt down. He got it back in there. But you're going to see those right through the holidays, you know?
Absolutely. We're in, it doesn't matter where you're going at this point in time. It feels like there's more people. And if you're trying to go anywhere on a Friday or a Monday or a Sunday, like people are traveling to families, things along those lines. But like try and go out to eat on a Saturday. Like it's
Yeah,
wild.
yep.
Last night there was a comedy show at the DCU Center. Went over to Michael's Cigar Bar, sitting in there and like watching people walk in, seeing the line. Just I'm out. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you just left with like thousands of other people, and they all kind of came across the street. Did you think you're just gonna walk in and be like, "Yeah, first
Yeah,
in line, you
yeah,
got this"? No, don't be a dick.
yeah. Not happening. Not happening.
No,
I
it's
mean,
it's fun to people watch, and like people blow up over the little stuff. It's crazy.
certainly do. How was Thanksgiving?
Good.
Did
We
you
fried
fry a
turkey.
turkey?
We fried a turkey. Actually, I had one of my friends tell me, he's like, "That's so New England." I was like, "Is it?" I mean, what is fry a turkey? What is it? New England? Is it some like I don't know. I don't have a like a OG story for frying turkeys.
I think it's a basically a public service announcement of people not to light their houses on fire like correctly.
Do it outside. If you have an apartment, go out in the
Do-
parking lot.
yeah,
Like,
don't do it
yeah,
like next to a gas tank or
yeah, don't be the fried turkey fail. Like,
don't drop the turkey.
no,
Slowly put it in.
yeah, shut off the flame. But like when you fry a turkey, it's like 3.5 minutes a pound.
Yeah,
You get a decent sized bird done in 45 minutes instead of hours.
I've seen it a couple times, and I was surprised in the beginning of how long it took.
It still takes a little while, but it's not like, I mean, if you baking a turkey, you're going to be around for a while. If you smoking a turkey, you're hanging out.
Yeah, we
It's a
we
you're
brine
probably
our
going to get drunk
turkey.
before it's done.
We use the brine. The brine is it. I mean, it makes it a whole different ballgame.
Yes, you can do the brine and fry it.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
You gotta make sure it's dry before you put it in the fryer. You don't want to go wet into the fryer; it'll make a mess.
Now, oh yeah, absolutely. My friend from South way back, Tim Brumfield, Big Belly Barbecue, he does, and I
Nice.
seen him post a Cajun fried turkey, which
That just sounds good.
yeah, exactly, and the pictures look good. I gotta check him out eventually, man. When we have our big Shamrock event, you know what I mean?
Yep,
We gotta. I mean, it's in your backyard, so you tell me.
I know. We gotta build the
Woo!
platform.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
We've
Dude,
been
the
clearing out the
keyboard on the spaceship behind you is crazy. I wish I could bring up a pic of your setup right now.
We upgrade. So shout out to my boy Justin, and if anybody's looking for a PC for their kids' family to game or just regular stuff, like he builds them, and he built me a spaceship. I'm staring at it. You guys can't see it now, but I try to always try and red, white, blue my keyboard. Just I don't know.
France?
We're inside. Yeah, definitely.
From this angle, it could be France or
Brand new gun, dropped once.
what are you sipping on?
Oh, so this is Bell Mead. I don't know. It's a bourbon, but Hometown Liquors has it on special, and it's like a $26 bottle. So I like that. And then I do some black walnut bitters and the aromatics. That's like a cheapy version of like cheap version of old fashioned. Sometimes I do the cherries and the orange rinds and stuff like that, but this is a good mix. And for a cheaper bourbon, it's really good. As you can see, I hate it. You know, so we're probably gonna have to get more of that.
When did you get that? This afternoon?
No, no. More like an hour or two ago.
Yeah, there you go. Dude, I hope. Where's the new pup?
Upstairs.
At some point, she's gonna make an appearance. You gotta show the people. That's awesome.
We can do that. We can do that. Absolutely.
It looks fun.
That
It looks
dog's
fun.
awesome. Yes.
Does do you get any time with her, or does mom steal it all?
Oh, she pretty much takes it all, but we get some.
Yeah,
You
gotta
know,
be fair.
absolutely. It's a good time.
Love it. So, in the news, I
Oh.
thought I pirated this movie. I'll just tell you that straight up. I got it before it actually went out, and it was not a movie, but a series, the Casey Anthony series. It's
So,
on the Peacock Network.
for those people in the back, what'd she do?
She's accused. She actually was accused and was found not guilty of killing her kid, pretty much. And
And a lot of people were really, really pumped that she got away with that.
they were angry. But the other thing too about that was she didn't call the cops for 31 days. So the media, like when you see her version of it, and let me start off by saying I don't defend her. I already said she's not innocent. She did something wrong. She knew what was going on, whatever. But it's not like what people really think, you know. And I don't want to be a spoiler on this, but when you hear her version, it fits almost better than what they thought they were proving in the beginning, because that's all they showed was all the bad stuff about her. They didn't show.
How do you go 31 days without saying anything?
I don't know how I can do it without being a spoiler.
We are
that
straight
is,
up. Our whole thing over here is don't be a dick. Like, all right,
right.
so your children, and like, I mean, this being a dick, and I mean, is that like of the year? I feel like that, like, I mean, if we're giving out, I don't know, that's a horrible award. Like that's the worst.
I agree. That's where I say she's not as innocent, because she knew like what happened the whole time, whatever.
There's not much that you could tell me. I mean, I guess we'll watch the show at some point.
Right.
So I don't watch a lot of these shows because I can't watch a show that has to do with somebody on that level. And granted, I'm being a dick because I've already judged whether she's innocent or not. Like my party of ones over here, like 31 days. Nope. Sorry, Karen. Not
You gotta
today.
watch it. You have to watch it.
So
it's deep. It's deep.
The Jeffrey Dahmer thing came out.
I didn't like that. I didn't watch it.
I made it through the first maybe episode, maybe two.
Yeah.
I don't even know, because at the end of it, I was like, I can't. No.
I did the same thing. I got to probably halfway through episode 2, and I was like, I don't even care. I don't even want to watch. I don't really.
Why do I want to watch a show about a dude eating people like horrible?
Right.
Horrible. Nope.
None of it appealed to me. None of that.
No, and sitting there being like, well, all right, so this is based on true events. Great. That psychopath's weird.
Real weird. The whole thing. But,
so I got an interesting one for you, because we were just mentioning having the new dog. So we got the Frenchie. Her name's Maya. She'll be on here at some point in time. So dogs are a scam online. This is a whole thing, and like, some people know me, some people don't. Like I'm a skeptic, and I don't believe a lot of people. So
I get it. I absolutely get it. Yeah.
So I'm at the movies with my dad watching Black Adam, just setting the scene. My phone rings, and I'm in a movie theater. Like, I'm the guy. I'm the dick. My phone's ringing. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, turn it down. It's my mom, and I text her, and she's like, hey, found a dog. Can you take me tomorrow? I write back, sure. Like, what? Go to the movie, whatever, come home. Like, what's the deal? Like, all right, so we found this dog. It's priced, we're going to say aggressively. these dogs go for a lot of money.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
This
really
one
crazy.
this one was not going for tons. Still a decent, but like not. If you've ever looked up French bulldogs, you know they go for a decent chunk of change.
Yeah, couple
So
grand.
I don't have tons of times to talk about this stuff, and it's like, all right, so it's an hour and a half ride, and then it's like, all right, we're going there to get the dog. We're not going there to look at the dog. We've already done whatever. I get up the next morning and I'm like, what's the guy's name? Where is he? Okay. Like I'm up Google searching, trying to find him on another page. And it looks like he might be a breeder, but not quite sure. Trying to find out like where we're going. I'm Google imaging this guy's home, the whole nine. Because I know people that have been ripped off, like, hey, I need a deposit, and you never hear from them again. Like you give them the money, you give them the whatever. I'm like, we leaving a deposit? No. Okay. Like he wants to come see the dog. Dog's going to get shots at the end of the month, and then we can pick the dog up. I was like, well, you just told me we're picking the dog up tomorrow. She's like, well, yeah, we're going to take the dog and we're going to get the shots. Like, okay, cool. But sketchy for me. I live in that world where it's like, all right, so look, what's next?
Yeah.
So next morning, like it's the morning time, we're getting ready, like, and I'm trying to find this dude and find out what he's all about and all this other stuff, and I can't find nothing. So we got there. We're almost there, right? And now we're there to buy a dog who we were told to bring cash. Don't want to take a check, which like he doesn't want to, like, there's two sides to this. There's me going, all right, he wants cash because we're going to get ripped off. And there's the other side where I'm sure he's saying like, all right, I want cash because I don't want a check that's not going to clear. So I can see both sides, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, so like now somebody knows we're coming down there with cash on us.
Yeah.
We get real close. I'm like, we call him. She's like, no, he knows we're coming. All right, cool. So we're like on the street. And mind you, I have not let up any kind of like my reservations with mom. She's the Will Ferrell skit, I think it is, when it's like the like, it's like the whole like the van. It's like, all right, so like you're not going to talk to strangers, like unless they have candy, right? If they got candy, I love candy. We're gonna go, and I'm like, no. She's like, we're going to get the dog. The dog's gonna be great. We're gonna pick up the dog. We're gonna head back. And I'm like, all right, so like when we go into the house, we're not, we're gonna leave your pocketbook in the car. We'll put it on the seat. We'll do whatever. She's like, all right, cool. I'll put the money in my jacket. I was like, no. No. Like the whole reason we're leaving is because we're gonna leave it in the car. We'll see what's what, figure it out. So next thing, we get out the car, we go up to the house, and we bang on the door. I look at her. I'm like, to hear that? She's like, no. I'm like, me neither. She's like, what? I'm like, we just knocked on the door and there's no dogs barking. Now, like, I can see panic setting in, and I'm like, all right, so like, I'm like, I don't want to feel like I'm freaking her out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just like, all right, we're gonna go to the car. We're gonna call. She's like, you want to go grab the phone? I'm like, I'm not leaving you at the door. Like, we go to the car. So finally go to the car, call. Dude's like, I'll open the door in a second. He opens the door, come in, and he's like, have a seat right here. This is where we do the business. I'm gonna go in the back room, grab the dog, come out. This like 10 seconds of my life is like 3 hours where he's going in this room and he's gonna come back out and be like, stick him up.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll back it up. When we called, this is important because it was another moment for me. I was like, if he says we're gonna meet you around the corner with the dog, we ain't going. I was like, because I'm still like, this ain't real, And then we're in the house, and then he goes in the back door, back room, opens the door, and out comes the dog. And then from there, it was like, all right, so this dog is awesome, and it's ours. But man, like, I know people that do a lot of transactions on Facebook. They do transaction. I even want to say Craigslist. I don't know if it's okay to still sell stuff on Craigslist anymore.
Yeah, no kidding.
but I know a lot of people that do it. And it's like, where do you meet? Like, how do you make it so it's like regular and you're not like a dick? Like, I wanted to say, can I get a picture of the dog with like today's paper? Like, how do you say that? And you're not a dick. Like, I don't believe you. I don't think you're real. I'd like this offer.
That's
And
another level. That's another level of skepticism.
I live there. You know?
You have to do it these days, though. Honestly, there's too much bullshit out there. Like people just
My
gotta,
favorite
yeah.
one was the negotiating online, and the dude's like, "How low will you go?" So he's talking like a bike. So how low you go? He's like, "Well, I'd probably do more than like 2 miles an hour. You might tip over." Like like there's so many people out there pulling all these scams. I mean, my favorites are the friends requests with all these like hot chicks with the names ain't real, the pics ain't real, the whole thing ain't real. Like,
Have you seen like an uptick in those? Because I've gotten like a ton in the last couple months.
recently, so I mean, I feel like you're probably on a bunch of social medias. I'm on a bunch of social medias for like, right, like the Snapchats. The Snapchats get wild. So
I don't mess with it. That's
the Snapchat is there's all the, and it's not a chick, it's a bot. But like they it's a bot adds you. It's like Mercedes wants to be friends. Yes, I'm going down that road. And then
yeah.
right after that, and I apologize if anybody's listening, his name's Mercedes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not intended.
It's a stereotypical thing, but like, my bad. Just, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
But
I mean, it all comes down to Pakistan when you look at it, because really most of them are from Pakistan. I mean,
I get the request, and then like 2 seconds later, it's like, join me in this room. Are you local, daddy?
yeah,
Like, what?
yeah, yeah. Where does that escalated quick?
Yeah, like, I haven't even messaged you, nothing. And they're like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Now the real pictures are coming. Like, no, it's not. It's not. You're not talking to a real person. They try and get you somewhere and get your information and take all your stuff.
Yeah. Hot chick made the profile yesterday.
Yep.
3 friends.
Not today, ISIS.
Yep. No way. Not today. I think I've actually posted that exact phrase on Facebook. I know I have for status. That's awesome. I mean, they're brutal sometimes. They're really brutal. Like and you tell right off the bat, like that they're talking English, but that's not their primary language. They're missing S's and all sorts of crazy shit. But
so back to the Casey chick. We feeling differently about her.
I think
I got people that see her at concerts, and I'm seeing all kinds of like post up, like thought it was fight on site. I was like, oh, I didn't.
I don't know. They went so one-sided on it. Like, not that she shouldn't have came up. There were reasons behind everything she did. Like that. Like I said, I don't want to spoil it, but like there was sexual abuse. She was terrified of her father. There was like bad shit going on. Like they didn't get. I think they said they get into it in the trial a little bit, but
I'm gonna be so mad at you after I watch this show.
It's something to think about. Like I said too, like there's still reason to I guess have a bad taste in your mouth about her. I still do, but it at least it takes some of it was really bad. Like how everybody in the entire world was like against her. Not that they shouldn't be, I guess, but
oh shit. You Jesse James, you follow him at all?
Which one?
You got me on a weird place right now.
The motorcycle Jesse James or
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who's the other one?
I think there's a porn dude named Jesse James.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's not somebody else pulling up just a Jesse James,
I don't know. You never know. I mean, this is an open forum. Anything is welcome.
Fair enough. Wow. So Jesse James, he's made every tabloid this week. So if you're a fan of Jesse James, he can't do any wrong, right? But there's a lot of other people that like follow his marriage history and his
Sandra
relationship.
Bullock.
What's that?
Sandra Bullock, right? Wasn't he married there?
Yeah. How'd their relationship go?
South.
Yeah. So I wasn't there. I don't know, and things like that. But there's like, all right. So there's rumors that like there was cheating happening. You know, his next wife, the same thing, things like that. So he's in a situation where he's married to somebody now that has a very colorful past. I don't know how much you know, but she's colorful past and he has colorful past. But like they get together, they're both as far as like being a fan, I don't know these people and I can't tell you like what they do, but like they both look like they're into guns, you know, like the cars, the lifestyle, things like that. They seem like a good match. They get married. As far as everything comes out, like she's pregnant, things like that. This past week, like the tabloids hit like they had an argument. She left. He's cheating. Now the media goes ballistic with this, off the chart, like every tabloid everywhere. Now these are the don't be a dick moments. Like we can never get into like I can't ever call up a tabloid and be like don't be a dick because that's literally like how they make their money. They're like, oh, check this out. We're gonna exploit whatever we can. And they push out these stories that like maybe they're true, maybe they're not. Like, but they got to. It's better to be first than it is to have the facts.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's correct. 100% correct. That snowballs so quick too.
That's some dick shit. So they got all this stuff out there. He's cheating. They're breaking up. Blah blah blah. It's getting wild. So fast forward to today, he puts out a post like, "Hey guys, like that was an experiment. I fucked with everybody." He goes, "Except like we got in a real fight. She went through my phone. Like we had a heated exchange or anything else like that. But like adults do, we talked through it. She's my ride or die. I'm hers. Like we're gonna see this thing through. Like like adults and like real people." He goes, but like in the interest of all this, like I wanted to do an experiment. So he's like, I put out there this girl who like needs help. He posted out one of these, like you can donate and like somebody needs something, things like that. And he's like, and that post, like there was a couple donations and that was cool. And it got 5,000 likes. He goes, I put out an apology to my wife in the middle of like scandal, this, that, whatever, and say like, like I didn't cheat and all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. He goes, and we're like 500,000 likes or, 50,000, 500, whatever. He's like, and every tabloid is ran with the story, the whole nine. He's like, please understand, like the media is not your friend. They're not out there to tell any stories or get to the bottom or get a real story. That's some dick shit. Like,
yeah,
like you could, if he wasn't a public figure already, like you can ruin people.
it's amazing. It's amazing. It's bad.
Yeah, you nailed it. It's bad.
She had to go like underground, but all her lawyers, I'll spoil a little bit. Her lawyers at the end of the trial when she was not guilty, they all took her in. She ended up living with, he's a pretty old, much older than her. Like
I gotta imagine she wasn't
30.
safe.
Yeah, that's what happened, and they didn't have to do that, But that's how much they believed in her. And these are, people with degrees. These are experts on a couple different subjects, and I don't know. It should have been looked in a lot further than it was. You know what I mean? It was.
I'm gonna hang my hat on 31 days, but I gotta watch your documentary because again, these are the court of public opinion is the worst. And granted, I mean, ultimately we end up sharing our opinions here all over the place. I try not to get into too much of the like, oh well, how I feel should be the end all be all. But when you're actually having a discussion about something, what you see, think, feel like is the root of the discussion. I love me a good discussion, debate.
You know what it could be? If you get into it, it's well put together. And I guess, like, the media was one-sided against Casey. Everybody was against Casey, the whole thing.
I don't
this
know
is
how
her
you're not.
side.
That's what I gotta watch this to see how do you get to the other side of this?
This is her side, and I'm sure it's made the exact same way that the media treated her. Like, it's all one-sided, all things that make her look good, all, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of even play, and then you decide really like who you believe after watching that. But I would say, because it's, like I said, her lawyers experts, like her lawyer team was phenomenal, and they were actually amazing at the end. I don't want to spoil it. It sucks, but
Again, you're gonna make me watch this, and I'm gonna be mad
yeah, it's
because she did it. She's guilty. She got away with it, and that happened.
I was exactly you before I watched it.
So
And
are we like OJ didn't do it either?
No, OJ did it. Yeah, there's no doubt he did it. I don't even know, but I understand why he did it.
I mean,
He
hey, the
got
lawyer
mad.
came out and they won that, and they said he didn't do it, so I wasn't sure.
No, yeah, he definitely did it. He did it. He already did his time for the Heisman. He got charged with stealing his own trophy back. That's the most
That
amazing
guy's
thing.
wild. That guy's
Yeah,
wild.
he did, like, that's crazy. Give the man his Heisman back.
Yeah.
How about
Look.
that story? Is that being a dick, going back and strong arming your trophy back?
So all right, so give me. He sold it, or did it get stolen from him?
I don't know I did know the details at one time, but they've now left my brain.
Yeah, so there's some weird stuff there because it was like I don't know if like he sold it and then went and
I know he
Okay.
took his boys up there. Was like, yo, I heard my Heisman is up on the 3rd floor. You guys ready to roll? And they went with him.
Yep.
They went.
that's
Phenomenal.
that's actually one of my favorite movie scenes. Like, we're gonna go some places, we're gonna hurt some people, we're never gonna talk about it again. And his boys were like, bet, let's go. Look at
Yep. That was another great movie.
Yep.
Phenomenal. What would you say is your top Boston themed movie?
Ooh, you went Boston, huh? I mean, that might be it.
I mean, you got to think about